What's up, everyone? True Blue here. And Kamen Rider Gotchard's getting his final form next week, I think. When this comes out. Who knows? If you guys don't remember, I posted a video a while back redesigning some of Kamen Rider O's forms. That did pretty well. I did it for the season of Revise. That did extremely well. So, you know, things come in threes, right? Today, we're doing one of my all-time favorite seasons. God, I love this one. Kamen Rider Fourze. Across the board, phenomenal suit designs. I know people complain about, like, Meteor Storm. Phenomenal. I don't care. Like, I don't think there's a bad suit in Fourze. Maybe there's some that I'm like, are worse than others, but none that I would say are genuinely bad. But I have gone through, redesigned a few, made a couple that technically should exist in the show but were never shown. Just had some fun with it. And I will throw out, unlike my others, all of these forms are for Fourze. There's no Meteor or Nadeshiko in this video. These are all Fourze forms. So if you love Gentaro as much as I do, you'll be happy to know I hooked him up today. So I want to start with the redesigns first. And first off, I'm talking about magnet states. Now, magnet states in itself, probably the weakest of Fourze's various states. All the other ones, they all flow very well. And I feel like they just all look really good. Like, again, no bad suits. And magnet states is no exception, but it feels very top heavy. It's an issue I have with this suit because there's no real head. It's just this giant, like, oval shape with the guns, and I don't like that personally. So I just wanted to see what would happen if I took that suit and gave it a more traditional Fourze styled helmet and a few other alterations so its whole gun shooting gimmick still worked without it having to need the support of the gargantuan plastic head. It's massive. Like usual, on the left, that is the original magnet states, and on the right, here's my redesign. So I still wanted to keep that bulky, big presence, so the chest is still as big as it should be, but I took just the simple neck structure and put a half and half Fourze helmet, akin to double almost, with the red and blue for the different sides of the magnet, and to recreate Fourze's little, they're not really antenna, because he has antenna. Whatever's on, you would consider the side of his helmet. They're little silhouettes that are in the shape of his guns, which are now a cape. I don't know how practical this would be, especially with the way this is just made using just the stalker of the prop. It would probably be way too heavy to physically work, but I think theoretically speaking, if it was a cape that could be detached and then work as the gun like shown in the show, that'd be really sick. And if it could go under the arms and he's shooting, like literally like right under the arms the gun goes, he's like shooting from his belt, I think it would just look really cool. And it still keeps that presence because that giant chest is still there, because I just literally cut out the head. That's it. Everything else is still there. So it still has that big presence that Magnet State had. It's just now you have a full head structure and not just visor. That was my one complaint with the suit, but I still think it's a good suit overall. But just that little thing. That one little thing would have made Magnet State so much better in my opinion. Now we're going to jump to the Wizard movie. Yeah. So for those who don't know, because it's actually its own form, which some people still don't realize, and I completely get it because the differences are minuscule. Kamen Rider Fourze's fusion states with just Meteor, and then fusion states with Nadeshiko, which is Nadeshiko fusion states, are two different forms. You could tell, because the eyes are actually different. Yeah, I mean, besides the rockets and the skis, which I hate the skis. I'm just going to put that out there. I think the skis are dumb because that's not something Fourze actually has in the show ever. So I don't know why it's there, but whatever. And I think fusion states, while maybe not the best in terms of representing Meteor, it's just still a beautiful suit. And Nanashiko Fusion states, it's fun. Maybe not what I'd like to see. So we're going to fix that. Now, because the changes were so minuscule already, I didn't want to do something crazy to represent that this is now partially Nanashiko, because Meteor is also very underrepresented in that original suit. So instead, I just kind of wanted to take that original suit, add what made Nanashiko stand out compared to normal Fourze, and just kind of keep that whole aesthetic, because that whole form was made for that final action sequence in that movie, so I wanted to make something that could still be used and just remove the skis. The skis were the first thing to go. I'm going to throw that out there. Anyway, here's the original on the left, and here's mine. Very simple overhaul. So everything about it is the same. The chest is different, though. Not only is this representative of Meteor, which honestly makes sense because the original, but it actually represents Nanashiko's now, as if you look at Nanashiko's helmet, she has these little, like, her antenna basically curve up. They're big parts of her helmet. So that's represented with these silver lines, and then it also matches just Meteor's aesthetic with her shoulder. On top of that, I wanted to keep Meteor, I don't remember the name, his little gauntlet thing. And then the other arm, which Rocket is not supposed to be on, would be Rocket. I think that'd be fun, because, again, Rocket's always on the other arm, so having on this one is fun. And just remove the skis. The skis are stupid, and I stand by that. If they reused board, I think, the board module, because that is one of the ones Fourze does have, I would have been more okay with it, but it's just different. It's new, and I don't like that. Also, if you notice the belt for this form, because I know in the movie, both Drill and Launcher get replaced with, like, Nanashiko versions. In my opinion, we keep that clear Drill, and we just replace Launcher with the one used in Nanashiko's introductory movie, more Mega Max. She gets turned into that. It's just a recolor of Launcher, and I think that'd be a cool little reference, because this is already going back to the Fourze's last movie. That'd be another movie. I don't know. I think it'd just be a cool callback. So, also throwing that out there, I think it'd be cool if that was part of the belt. I mean, I do like the Nanashiko versions of those, and we did get them when they did the release of the Nanashiko Driver. But I don't know. I just think it would be cool. It would have been cool. Now, let's go to the kind of new, kind of not. So, let's go back to Nanashiko's introductory movie. Fourze gets rocket states, thanks to the super rockets. And I love that form. It's fun. I like it a lot. It's a very pretty form, too. One thing I hate, though, and this is very much because of Kamen Rider gimmicks, are when gimmicks that come together, Cyclone, Joker, Rabbit, Tank, the different O's medals, when the ones used for the base form don't get the same treatment. For example, in the show, we see Kamen Rider Joker, which is just the Joker side. Fang, Joker. Cyclone is used for that, and then Extreme. I hate that. And then, if we go to Build, we now have Rabbit being used and becoming Gold Rabbit for his combination in the movie. Like, it's little things like that I really hate, because I like it when forms get proper, everything gets upgraded. And there is a Super Drill that is a physical toy that you can get. So I made Fourze Drill States. I'll keep Rocket on the left so you guys kind of see where my head was at. And on the right, we will have Drill States. So it's a very simple one. It's just recoloring Fourze yellow. The helmet, just to have a little more fun, since it's already cone-shaped, and the drill, it's also a cone, I thought it'd be fun if the sides reflected Drill's spiral, kind of. And it was shaped like the drill itself. That's just a fun little touch. On top of that, you can see both legs have the drill on it, but they're missing the drill tips, and that's because I think it'd be cool if Super Drill, how it worked would be they would materialize, because how is he gonna fight if he has 2 drill legs? Like, practicality be damned, it's not gonna work. I also want to point out I did use green to replace the orange. I don't understand for rocket states why there was just the blue. It looks good. I thought this looks good. I thought it flew with everything, and it also adds to the little green as he has on his forehead and on his collar. So I think overall it just flows really well. So that's why I put that. But I wasn't done there. If you forget, Fourze has 4 modules on him. So here's rocket states. No, did I just say this is rocket states? Launcher. Here's launcher states. That's embarrassing. Launcher, I also made, it's hard to tell, I did make a custom module for that, super launcher. This one I took purple, because those 2 colors look good together. And again, 2 launchers on each leg. This one I did make the other leg blue, because for his forms, like his hand would switch that color, so I think it makes sense if this one was blue. I didn't do it for the other one, because that whole drill mechanic, which is why it remained the way it was. But this one was blue, and again, it flows together. It's just 2 launchers. I know there's like that concept art that may be official, maybe not, with it on the shoulders. I think that's dumb, only because it's not how rocket states worked. That's my only thing. Maybe if they made a custom version of launcher that was a bit smaller so you could still move around more or something, that'd be cool. But as it stands, here's my version of launcher states. Lastly, no one asked for it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Radar. Literally no one talks about radar. Fourze doesn't even use the thing that often. But having a basically inverse Fourze form, I think, is kind of a cool idea. So I replaced the orange with white, and then everything else is, of course, going to be the black. And then just 2 radars. I do think in terms of abilities, this one could actually have something new, because radar itself, having double the sensor, could maybe have more technological effects to Fourze he doesn't have usually, so I think that could actually add to his power set and be something interesting you wouldn't expect out of radar. But as it stands, a very simple one, just like the others. Here, I'll put them all up on the screen now. These are the different states that we could have gotten, and heck, I think it would have been cool if we got all those, Fourze activated, and we had like super Fourze, where he had like a super version, like all the modules combined or something. That'd be pretty sick. Didn't make that, but if you want to see that, let me know. And that's it for all the forms I've done, but if you don't know, because you didn't watch my O's video, which you definitely should, by the way, I like taking the Heisei riders and putting a Geo spin on them, since Geo took all their powers. Like, that jerk move. So, based off of these various cards for, I don't know if this was Gombarizing yet, but the game, where we see depictions of what Fourze would look like using rider modules, here's my interpretation of the Geo module. This is going on the right leg, and how it works is just his head is stapled on, and then his antenna clock hands are replaced with the, God, let me see if I can remember, Jikan Garade. It's just the dinky little sword bit that he gets in Geo 2. And it would basically be like a rotating blade that would be attached to the leg, which complements drill pretty well, in my opinion. Maybe also has some rewinding, fast-forwarding effect. I don't know. I don't really care. I just think it'd be funny if there was just a giant Geo head slapped onto Fourze's leg. It would technically make more sense on a hand, but so would drill. And Fourze is all about fun, so I think it'd be fun if it was on his leg. Now, with those 6 various forms out of the way, that is my redesign of Kamen Rider Fourze. Only 2 actual redesigns this time, 3 technically new forms. and one for fun, the Geo one. I don't really count those whenever I do these, so I'm gonna throw that in there too. But yeah, if you guys want to see me cover any more seasons or other franchises, like if you want to see me mess with some Pokemon, whatever the case, if there's something more you guys want to see me mess around with, try getting creative with, let me know in the comments, and of course, let me know what other Kamen Rider related things you'd like me to do. If you want to see me revisit O's or revise or heck even Fourze, let me know. Again, always cooking ideas, always making stuff in the background anyway, so I might as well share it with you guys, since you all seem to really like it, and I'm very much happy to share. Anyway, I want to thank you all once again for watching, and I wish you all a lovely day. See you, everyone.